It's 94.7 FM, our local guest segments brought to us by Turnkey Nerds, 402-426-NERD. Today we have a tasty treat for you. It's Tyler talking about the Blair Meat Market. Thank you, Tyler, for coming in today.
Yeah, nice to be here.
And so actually, this is the first time we've had the meat market on air, coming in and talking a little bit about it. And I'd like to kind of tell a little bit about what your guys' story is. So Kevin has been a part of the meat market. He bought that quite a few years ago, didn't he?
It was about 11 and a half years, 12 years ago.
And then what got him? Was there a meat market there before?
Yeah, so this meat market's been here, I want to say since the 60s.
Really?
We bought it, or he bought it about 11 and a half years ago, and a lot of renovations. Now we're fully USDA inspected.
Okay.
So that means we have an inspector there during our operating hours.
Making sure everything is done just right. Yeah, so everybody is safe and everything. Now you told me that you were his first hire.
Yes.
And so he hired you, and then you loved it so much you bought into it.
Yep, I love the work so much. About a year and a half ago, I bought into it with the goal to eventually completely buy him out.
Okay, so we're looking at the future. Is
Yep.
you transitioning from Kevin, who probably at some point in time would like to go do something else.
Yes, he's getting up there, and it definitely takes a toll on your body, this work. So.
Yeah. So, and then you actually have a few staff in the facility, don't you?
I think we have 7 full-time and then 4 part-time. So
yeah, I walk in there and it always reminds me of my youth going into the meat markets, and when back in the day with my parents, and so it's a memory trigger for me walking in there.
Hopefully it doesn't have too much of a smell.
So no, it's a meat market. I suppose it has what it has. So, but it's a high quality meat. So you guys really pride yourselves on doing the best product you possibly can.
Yep, we shoot for quality over the quantity. So we make everything in house. All of our lunch meats, bacons, hams, all of our steaks are choice or higher, age minimum 30 days. So that guarantees tenderness and flavor.
Okay. And where do you get the meat from?
So we do a slaughter, 2 sides of the business. So we harvest live animals, and then we sell that to individual customers. And
so, for example, if somebody wants a half rack or whatever,
like a half a cow or
half
a
cow,
cow.
They can go directly to you. You can process the whole thing.
And then everything we sell out of the front case is we have a few suppliers that we get in box beef. Like I said, all choice or higher, and we make sure that that's wet aged.
Right. And so, but if somebody wants to buy into an animal or know exactly what they're getting.
Yep, we can get them in touch with local farmers, or we'll buy the cattle from the farmers ourselves and sell it
do
to
the
you.
whole process right there. So have you always been a part of that process? Has that always been?
Yep. Well, I started, we only had a few employees when we started, so we all did everything from start to finish, cook products. Now my focus is mainly on recipe formulations, running the smokehouses, all those cooked and ready-to-eat products.
Well, that's kind of the trend of the future, isn't it? Getting into, now you have quality meats and everything. The next step is how to prepare it, how to season it, how to get it to where it's right there on the plate exactly where you want it.
Yeah, we shoot for minimal, added ingredients. So most of our recipes are simply meat, salt, and spices.
Yeah. And so is that something you've always kind of wanted to do, or all of a sudden you're like, yeah, this sounds interesting to me?
Kind of both. Definitely people are more wary of where their meat's coming from and the different chemicals and additives that are put in there for preservation in the the big retail markets. We try to avoid that.
And so, because then that's what you specialize in. You guys, that's all you do. So it's not like going to a big store that tries to do everything for you.
Yep. We're very personable. So if you come in, don't know what you want, we'll take the time and talk you through kind of what you want, what you think you want, or if you have no idea, we'll guide you towards something that'll come out really good for you.
Or if you've been going a while and you know exactly what you want,
Yep.
you're going to get exactly what you want because the relationship is there.
Yep.
So is that kind of the backside of it, is having that relationship?
I would definitely say so. Yeah. We have our regulars, and a lot of times they'll come in. They don't even have to say anything, and we'll pull out what they want, get it cut and wrapped up for them.
Yeah. And so, what is the future in this? Because, like you said, everybody's getting really particular. There's news about GMOs and all this stuff, and how does that play into what your plans are?
So, kind of where we're growing is we're trying to grow our retail and cooked products. We have a lot of we call it private label customers. So they bring us their own animals, and we cut it, package it, and make products for them to sell under their own name.
Okay.
So they can sell it at farmers markets, online even. We have a few customers. I think we have 15 different private label customers that we package for.
You ever find your facility is a little tight for some things?
Yes, there's never enough room.
And so is there any expansion goals down the road?
We've talked about doing another retail front next door, and then just our current building would be strictly, making the products. Yeah.
Okay. But that's, again, down the road.
The footprint of the building is it is what it is. We've expanded everywhere we can within the building, and since it's in the middle of town, we can't really add on to it.
Right. Plus, the aesthetic is such a way that you have something historic feel. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
So it's not like you can start adding up or anything like that. So, okay. So then, as we're in the grilling season, are we officially in grilling season?
I would say so. It's
the dog days of summer here. Cicadas, I heard them the other day. So that means we need to be spending more time out grilling. So whether it's at baseball or at home or anything like that, if somebody has a plan, what would be, to say, okay, they have a 4th of July celebration coming up and a whole bunch of people. How long do they need to be saying, I need to get my order in?
Generally, we have almost everything, in stock. If it's a large party, we like at least kind of a 7-day notice. That allows us to call our distributor, get the meats in and processed and made for you. But for the 4th of July, we're having brats, hot dogs, and hamburgers on sale. And then we're also going to feature chicken wings and what we call pork wings.
Pork wings.
So the pork wing is the shank of the pig, and we kind of trim it down and to where it almost looks just like a chicken wing. Okay. And it's surprisingly tender. It's great on the grill.
Those pigs don't fly anymore. So again, that's your specials coming up for the 4th of July, but you can order that anytime. You have those available all the time, right?
We have a webpage, blairmeatmarket.com. That kind of features all of our products. And if you don't have us on Facebook, we have a Facebook page, Blair Meat Market, and we'll post our weekly specials and ads on there as well.
All right. And then do you notice that different seasons have different flavors?
Yeah, I would say the, summertime, a lot of grilled items. Wintertime, we do a lot of like pot roast kits. Kind of slow cooker meals where you want to stay inside. It's kind of our big thing is we do a lot of ready to cook items and ready to eat items. So items you just have to heat up. And then we also have some, they're like full meal kits.
Right.
So we do a fajita kit that has seasoned fajita meat with peppers and onions. So all you have to do is throw it into the pan. Pot roast kit, carrots, celery, onions, and potatoes. Throw that in the crock pot in the morning, and when you come home, it's done.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And so, again, you can find it all at the Blair Meat Market. If you're looking to have order something and you want to do it online, you can, and you just have it prepped?
Not online yet.
You can't. You can't order online yet.
No. Call the store, and one of the associates will take your order down.
But have the website up so you can see exactly what you want. So that's all right there. And again, as we continue on, a big part of Blair, you guys have you actually do a lot to give back to, whether it is with the brats out to like church activities
Yep.
or school or things like that. You guys have been a part of it all, haven't you?
Yeah, Kevin really likes to focus on community involvement, and so that's something that I'm pushing for as well. This last round of storms, we donated a lot of meat. The fire department during the carnival, we donated the processing for the hamburger patties.
Sure. And so that way, again, giving back to the community. But again, it is a part of the community. It's the Blair Meat Market, been there for a lot of years. But Kevin's been a part of it. You've been a part of it for the past 11 and a half or so years, and looking at the future of it. And again, you feel the future is pretty strong, isn't it?
I believe so. I think people are turning back towards kind of this line of work. It was kind of lost for a while, but I think it's definitely making a comeback.
And because that way everybody knows exactly where their food's coming from, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a big deal, isn't it? So, all right. Well, again, you can go to your Facebook page, follow Blair Meat Market on Facebook or blairmeatmarket.com. And then be able to be a part of it, or just stop in and be able to pick and choose the meats of your choice for what your next meal is.
Yeah, if you're big on smoking meats for the 4th of July, we stocked up on briskets, pork butts, ribs, and we'll prep those to whatever size you want.
All right. Yeah, I had that in mind, is talking about the smoking, because there's a lot of competitions going on, a lot of people getting into that, and the home smokers has become really big, hasn't it? So, all right. Well, thank you for the service you guys do. Again, you can find all the details right there at blairmeatmarket.com or follow on Facebook.